Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel as I spook the calves that we're checking on here. It is beginning of March, year 2. And we have quite a bit of snow on the ground, but I'm just trying to get, well, I actually did get my morning chores taken care of. Now that we have cattle and chickens. And I'm looking at possibly getting, wow, some sheep. Wow. And I think that I need this piece of equipment today. Okay, we're just not going to pay attention to how things were done in the middle of the night with the snow. Where is a good tractor? Yes, you will do. You're also one that hasn't been sitting out in the snow. Oop, nope, go forward, please. Don't need to go back further in. So yeah, we did about half of the snow on the property. But we are going to get some slurry spread, or try to get some slurry spread. I hope I can get access to the fields that I am wanting to get into. Because we do have some fields that need cultivated. Alright. This is the way I was setting. Alright, tire pressure is good. That one's good. Anything broken, damaged? Just from eyesight? Nope, nothing around there. Tire pressure is good. Nothing seems out of place on this side. Tire pressure is good with that as well. Alright. Let's see about getting some slurry put into this. I've never done it on this map, so I am very unsure of where I need to go. Ah. Seems I found the place. We got a full load. A little over 4,000 gallons. 4,094.6 gallons to be exact. And where we are heading to is field 14. I want to get this spread on. Same with field 8. I'm not sure the state of those two fields because we bought them so late in the season. Didn't quite get a chance to do much with them. So I do want to get this spread on there. I definitely, well, I know for certain I want to get on 14 before we plow everything in. And then I may, if I have any left, we'll do 2021 up there. But I also need to take a look at the lime to see how our fields are looking with that. Yeah, I don't feel like hitting any deer today. Man, that road is still snow covered. This might be a fun trip. It's also -9 out, so we're not going to be looking too much at snow. -9 for the beginning of March. Seems like it's poking fun at real world right now. Listen to that snow crunching under the tires. Whew. Got a wheelie. Yeah, it seemed to have started snowing in December. Didn't stop till now, this morning. Whoop. Did I? Yes, that is my turn. Whoops. If I get down here and it doesn't make sense to get the spread, which it's kind of seeming that way, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I may just progress time until the snow goes away. But yeah, it wasn't really ever a heavy snowfall. It was just very cold, accumulating snow, and this is what we ended with. Like I said, it wasn't ever really a heavy snowfall, but it just kept coming, and it was so cold and nothing was melting. So, about the time that I started doing what I needed to do, you know, being able to get around the farmyard, check on my animals and all of that, was about the time that it slowly was stopping to accumulate. I forgot how the snowfalls can be here in Alma, Missouri. Yeah, this one I think is going to need some herbicide if we're not careful. So it looks like we actually are getting everything down below the snow, which is surprising. I'm also a little surprised it's not just melting the snow, considering it is manure. But I will take it, so. Yeah, this field definitely needed it. I'm not seeing a application rate at the moment. I mean, it is doing it automatically, you know, as needed. But it's not saying exactly if there's a reason behind it. But either way, we are at least, I'm assuming, getting a base application in. From what I can tell anyway, it looks to be just a base application. Kind of gets back to neutral. So. Yeah, it's just getting us from basically what looks to be 0 bits of nitrogen in the ground to, I don't know, 100 parts per whatever. Looks like the gauge I have is in kilograms per hectare. Still can't say that one right. Ooh, and we are down to 36% of our slurry. I know it goes quick, but dang. Get back over here along the edge real quick. Whoa. Alright, so that was nitrogen. Where are we looking for the other ones? Ooh, that's because we had corn in there. That sucks up a lot. Yeah, that's what we got it to. So about 60 kilograms. Needed on our grass fields. I really should just go through and get this spread on everything. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna work on. Ooh, 21 actually looks very good. But we'll still go through, get everything spread. It's gonna take me a minute, so I'll catch back up to you guys shortly. Hopefully I have more than enough. If not, I'm just gonna go and buy it from the store. We have quite a bit of money right now, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm just concerned about the time this is gonna take. So I will see you guys in a second. For me, it's gonna be at this point maybe an hour or two, depending on if everything cooperates well with me. So we'll see you then. Alright, so we are now a couple days from the intro of this video. We've been busy doing what we can to get our spring work going in the right direction. I did pick up another field. Farmer was buying it. Field 19. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but where the orange rocks are, the stones, that was the initial size of that field. All the yellow is what I did with the field after I purchased it to expand it. I thought about doing that with field 10 here, kind of clean up some of these edges, making it nice, a little bit nicer. I do have, as you can tell, quite a bit of stuff here on the farm. Just recently invested in forestry equipment. Well, at least being able to cut down trees, because we are going to be getting ready to work on this patch of trees, which are over that hill. Let's see here. Do I have... not really. Say, do I have a vehicle that's close? I do not. But what I am referring to is this patch of trees right here. And there are a lot of trees that are right for the taking. They're nice and straight too, which is surprising considering how enclosed they are. But we are going to be processing these and making firewood out of them and selling the trees. These ones out here, we're going to do what we can. If we can make firewood out of these, great. If not, well. Ooh, this one might be decent. Very least for starter twigs. But yeah, we're getting all of our fields good to go. We're spreading either manure or slurry. And then we are doing the rock picking. And if we still need to, we are then doing disking. Making sure everything's getting broken up. So we're working on our big field. Field number 10. Well, more awkward than big, because it might be about the same as field 1. Maybe. The next field we need to do is 8. I'm not going to worry about these stones in 3. That is because it's it is canola. So we have canola growing in that field. I'm afraid if I try to get the stones out, we're gonna damage the crop. But we're gonna come in here. We're gonna take care of the stones in here. I'm kind of hoping it'll take care of the weeds, because as you can see, it's covered in weeds. Still need to do stones in 14, and then obviously 19. 16, we're clearing stones and weeds. Same with up here. So yeah, we're not quite ready to plant, mainly because there's not much well, there's enough, but I'm kind of wanting to do corn and soybeans for certain. I do have I should have a wheat field. Sorry, I just kind of had a brain fart. It's like, wait a minute, do I still have that wheat field? No, I have barley field. This is barley. Yeah, that's barley. Okay, 16 is wheat. I've gone through and I've actually removed these trees. So once we harvest this, we're going to expand that field as well. And we're slowly gaining more I kind of want to get some of these fields that are a little closer to home, but I am liking the fact that we're kind of expanding elsewhere. Like up here, this little guy here, slowly kind of taking over this area up here. I don't know if I want to get 22 or 24. They're oddball enough as it is. And I'd probably come in here, depending on the terrain, and fill that in. Same with over here. I know this spot is mostly level, I believe. I think there might even be a few trees or shrubs in there, but those can be easily enough to be removed. And I always forget that field 27 is right there. And I don't know if I really want to worry about purchasing that so much, because I'd get the car wash and the fire station, which may not be a bad thing, but not exactly what I'm after. Oh, and I know at the beginning I mentioned about snow removal. This was our setup. This thing did amazing. Slow, but amazing. And I didn't really get a chance to drop much salt. I did, just because this thing was doing a great job removing the snow and getting it where I didn't want it, or throwing it out from where I didn't want it. I'll put it that way. But yeah, we hit the second day of March, and keep forgetting about this. We hit the second day of March, and snow just kind of disappeared. Let's see if we can get this cleaned up a little bit. Without... Whoa. Thought so. Autosave. Anytime it does that little jump, it's an autosave. I don't want that one. I want that one. Yeah, let's leave that one in there. Get it filled up. I might just drag these over here to the right, where we have a little stall for people who come to the farm. This over here. Prices are usually comparable to everywhere else in the county, so I think that's what we might do. I'll double check on prices and whatnot before I do anything, but we'll have to get these loaded up. And yeah, I do kind of have super strength on, but part of this was caused by the snow, to be honest with you. When we were blowing snow, we kind of got a little too much inside there, and caused these pallets to go everywhere, like you see. So I don't know if you guys are hearing that noise, but that is the weather radar that we have up here. It's not quite a central spot to the farm, but it's close enough to the house that we can get all the information that we need when we're planning and getting things ready to go. But yeah, since I am looking at, obviously, areas that we need to take care of for our animals. I do have plenty of feed right now still for the chickens, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. I've also thought about getting another chicken coop to get even more chickens. The ones that we currently have, I don't think are quite ready yet to be laying eggs, and I'm really surprised that we don't break more of these. Between me throwing them around and kind of what happened with the snow. I'm just glad that's not an actual physic in the game. That'd be annoying as heck. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, let's go check on the chickens. Chickens. Ooh, they are getting low on food. Let's, No, I want to open up the other door. Yay, super strength for the win. And there's that pallet. Yeah. We may or may not have enough feed to keep going for a while. We'll probably have to go and get more on pallets of this stuff, but... yeah, thankfully they kind of get their water from the environment. Whoa, whoa. Fine, don't let me move. What? Fine. You go there. Close that door. Close that door. They are getting big. Let's take a look here. Because I did kind of go through and... hasn't had any births yet. So they are getting there. We'll soon have duck eggs and chicken eggs before too long. And our calves are doing pretty well. They have plenty of TMR right now. They're slowly building up the slurry though. And I gotta do better at... they're gonna need more straw here soon. Getting them more root crops and base food. So I haven't been the greatest at that, but they seem to be doing alright with hay. For a second when I was coming up, they are floating. Oh, I think they're floating because of the snow. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get these pieces of equipment pulled off of there and stored away because don't have any snow in the forecast. 57 rain, 60, 60, 67, 64, 61, 63. Hey, it sounds like real life, except there's not any 30s in there. Not even overnight. But yeah, it's let's come over here. Take a look at our cattle. I know we just were over here not that long ago. I'm glad I keep these end doors closed because they love to come in here and get direct access. I guess they're small enough where they can kind of weed their way through those. So even though I'm sure, you know, when they get older, they're going to do the same thing anyway. Unless I have a gate over here open. Well, that's not a gate I can do anything with. It's just a fence, I guess. But, yeah. You just laid... yeah, see, they're getting right through these. Sneaky little buggers. One of the next things that we're going to be looking at getting are sheep. We have everything set up for them. Have plenty of straw in here, hay. We even have bale in here that's been broken down by the weather. And yeah, that actually takes a legit bale to go in there, so which is awesome. Part of me was hoping that, you know, these could be opened up and the cattle could come out here, but maybe there's just a switch I need to hit. I don't know. That's what I was kind of hoping. I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm fine with that. So we did get a few new toys. Because we've been asked about if we're going to participate in any of the local parades or anything like that. We do have these guys, but they can also take bales and, you know, work in that aspect. But we also have these for said bales. Because one of the new pieces of equipment is a small baler. And that's just to make things a little easier at times. We have got a great deal on some old pieces of equipment, some farm hauls. We got some smaller John Deeres. Nope, nothing quite in there yet. I need to get around to getting everything situated. I haven't quite done that yet. Even through winter, I just kind of was more focused on getting snow taken care of. I mean, this is kind of one of my workhorses, if you can't tell. All nice and dirty. So you know this baler here, our quick bale. Right there. This thing is a beast for round bales. But we now have a big square baler. We also have this little old school square, if I can talk right, square baler. I do like this thing, and with those trailers, it is just fun to do, fun to drive. It's different than just kind of, constantly running these big guys. So I think, I'll keep this for if we have fields for grass. But this one may be more so for like this plot out front and this here off to the side, this plot. Just something that we can, putt around on and have some fun. But I mentioned the wood equipment. So I do have a couple of these, one of each, that we're going to try out. And we also have this guy here. This is a processor that is designed to take our pieces of lumber and cut them into firewood. That's why we have that trailer right there. Because what I'm going to do is park this directly under there. And with these, I think what I'm going to do is... Oop, did not mean to pick you up. Get one of the... Oh, I didn't even realize that this has a hook that we can grab, or should be able to grab. And yeah, you can take the hook and hook onto pieces of lumber and just run them straight in here. But I'm not going to do that. Well, the reason why I wanted one of these, and we're going to try two of them, is it's going to be where we send all the limbs at, and the pieces of wood that we can't really use to run through that. So that way we're not just leaving a mess back there. We're not leaving limbs sitting everywhere. And I thought about getting a dedicated piece of equipment, like bigger piece of equipment, an actual forwarder. But I decided I'm going to try this out, see how well we can get this to work. And if I can't get this to work, then yeah, we will definitely be looking at a forwarder, I think is what they're called. There we go. Don't know why it's spaced on the forestry equipment. But yeah, like one of these guys. One of these guys that we can use to cut down trees. But I'm really hoping we don't have to go that route. The only reason I would get one of these guys is if we were in an area with redwoods. That thing I think would be perfect for an area with redwoods. I also thought about, getting something like this. And, but this doesn't have the actual piece to grab to be able to cut down the trees themselves. I think I do have that piece that we can buy separately. But the reason why I would think about that is because it's a tractor and we can use it year round, not just for lumber. I'm trying a couple of different things out, seeing how well we can do with it. Obviously this isn't going to be turning into a lumber mill by any means, but it may for future videos and other maps. So I'm going to try, at least on this one, because this seems to be the most stable map that I currently am running on, question mark. I say that and watch me lose the save game. If that happens, then yeah, we're going to a different map, and I'm going to try the other idea that I currently have in mind. So we're going to, we got our two tractors here. that are set up. One for grain, the other for like corn and whatnot. We got our planter and we got our seeder set up. So we are good to go. Both of these have been greased. They've been gone through. They are ready to go. Well, this one I'm in. Yep, this one I'm in has plenty of seed. I don't know if, because this one on that we're looking at here, the 4755 that I'm not in, I don't think we've actually filled it with seed yet. But I try to make things a little differently on both of these front pieces, so that way we can kind of keep them with the appropriate back piece. Granted, they are interchangeable. There's nothing wrong with that. Just wanted something different. But yeah, so it's looking like April time frame is when we're gonna actually get out there into the field for corn, anyway, and then May for soybeans. Who knows? I may do. Well, I'll probably do an alfalfa field again. We're getting plenty of fields, so not like I don't have the space for it. Okay, this one is done. Let's bring this guy back to the farm. Almost said back to the field, but back to the farm. This was a soybean field, so I was thinking about plowing it up, but with soybeans, it doesn't really need it. But just like with everything else, everything got either covered in manure or got covered in slurry. So yeah, this is a view from this piece of equipment, and it is nice. I like it. Oh, I wonder where our dog is. Well, I know where my real world dogs are. They're on the bed beside me. So this stuff we are going to put back here. Let it rust up for another season. And I said rust, not rest. R-U-S-T. Because, you know, that's definitely what happens to things that are kept outside. Huh. Odd place for that piece of tree there. Thought that was just a bush. Oops. I really shouldn't park that here yet until I get that emptied of salt, but oh well. So I found that I do have a mod, because the other one of these that I have in my mod folder, the reform one, if I'm not mistaken. Don't remember which folder it's in. I know it should be in the R's. Ah, there it is. Yeah, this guy. I actually have, or I found, one of those beds, because I believe the reform is the one that I can get the bed, but I don't get a 3-point attachment. I found one that you can swap between either this brand or the reform brand, and you get the 3-point attachment on it, which I like because that one does have road wheels, so it means I can use it to. I love the sound of this tractor. And oh yeah, America. The American flag attachment works with like your ball hitch, like on your pickup truck type of deal. So if you have anything like this where you can put a ball hitch or hitch on the back, you can attach the American flag, and then that is a mod I found somewhere. I don't think it's in game, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm pretty sure I found it on one of the mod sites online. But completely lost track of what I was saying. But yeah, we've definitely collected quite an assortment of vehicles right now. I'm gonna go through everything we have here before too long, and I might make a couple of cuts, see what we need, what we don't. And I realize some of them are the smaller pieces, which may or may not make sense to some of you, but I just kind of like having smaller sets of equipment, just because it does help if you decide to go a little bit smaller or have some smaller fields. So yeah, I think next video we're gonna get planting or seeding, whichever the case may be. We're gonna get those couple of fields, pull for or you know, go through and rock pick those fields. Once we get done with this one, obviously, it's just the field 8 and 19, I believe, are the only, well, 14. No, I already did 14. It's the first two. We'll go ahead and get those rock picked, and then we should be, pending weather, because I see rains on the forecast again today. Lovely. Pending weather, we'll get in the fields and get planting for next video. So guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because of course that bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select you here and there. I keep saying that, and I don't know if the algorithm actually works or not with the bell, but anyway. The idea is that you're supposed to get notified of every video that we post. I'll put it that way. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.